Hey guys, so a lot of you have already seen this on the world of Facebook more than likely, but probably some of the news mediums out there. But I want to get into today, really quick video, notes are over here, about how the Fed just cut their rates. A lot of you don't know what that means. I'm going to get into a few things. If you have any specific questions, send me an email at peter@flreagent.com or shoot me a text message or give me a call at 407-308-4518. Now, I'll also preface this video by saying that I am not a mortgage professional. I am a real estate guy. I'm with Heroes Real Estate Group. So I don't do mortgages. However, I do work with some exceptional mortgage individuals, mortgage companies that, pass along this information. So I'm passing it along to you. Any questions that you have that you email me, send me a text or give me a call about that I cannot answer, I will gladly refer you to them because at the end of the day, they are the subject matter experts or the SMEs for the mortgage for the mortgage industry. So I will get into it as a quick review and then we'll go from there. If you have questions, remember, call me, shoot me a text or email me. So how does the rate impact the home buyers and honestly the current owners? So I'll tell you that the home buyers could benefit from that by buying a new house. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry and pretty simple. The way you look at it is when the Fed drops their rates, it costs less money for the bank to borrow money from other banks and the federal government. So if it costs the banks less money to let you borrow money, then basically the savings are passed on to you by having your rates decrease because now they don't have to charge you as much because they're not paying as much. You get it? You follow? So basically it's just a win-win for everybody. So how does it help you buy a house? You'll pay less. A 1% increase, let's just say from 4%, if you're paying a 30-year mortgage, 4%, $250,000 house. If it goes up by 1%, the Fed, you'll pay approximately $116 more a month in your mortgage. So you see $100 a month, $116 a month can be impactful to a lot of you, especially those of you who have higher mortgage payments. So that was my example using an increase, but then think about that as the reverse, the decrease. So right now the target rate of what they're going for is 2.25%, which basically means, again, the cost of borrowing money for the bank is less, which means that you're going to pay less to borrow the money because the bank is paying less. It's really not that complicated, but it can seem convoluted. But again, if you have questions about how it works specifically and how, break it down in more detail, shoot me a text, an email, or give me a call, all right? So how does it help with people that currently own homes? Refinancing for multiple reasons. One, you could lower your monthly obligation, or you could maybe pull some equity out. You refinance and pull some equity out of the property to go ahead and whether it be educational opportunities, home renovation, or whatever the case may be. You could even pull out some of that equity to consolidate some debt. I mean, again, there's different stipulations to that. However, if you have questions about that, let me know. But that's just the general 10,000 foot view of it. Like, how does it help you guys? Look, at the end of the day, it's going to cost you less money. You're not going to be paying as much out of pocket to borrow that money. So those of you who are renting out there and you're just not sure if you can buy because the interest rates, even though they've been at a historical low, they're still slightly too high for you. You should revisit that idea of buying a house like sooner than later, just because, look, my personal opinion, I don't think this is going to be a forever thing. It's really not. Every time this happens is a cyclic event. If you look back at the history of the Fed rate, obviously when everything crashed, everything went down, and then little by little it's been going up. It got steady for a little bit, and now it went right back down. So in other words, it's going to probably go back up eventually. So if you've been on the fence of buying a house, you need to do so now because it's going to cost you less money to buy a house, less money out of pocket. So again, I said I was going to get into it, but I'll get into it a little bit because I think the video is kind of short still. So what does the federal rate have to do with the housing market and the economy? So the federal rate does not dictate mortgages, and I already said that. What they do is it dictates how much money the banks pay to borrow money. But it can indirectly influence it based on that same fact. So mortgage rates are hard to predict, obviously. But again, the best place to get the information is to go ahead and go to a mortgage broker. Or you can ask me, and I'll go ahead and get with my best mortgage broker that fits your situation. There's different types of buyers that will fit better with different types of brokers. So let me know, and I'll get you that information that fits better, in your situation. But when it comes to lowering the rates that the Fed did, between 2 and 2.25%, which is what they're doing right now, the target rate is 2.25%. It supports continued economic growth. So basically, the better the economy is doing, obviously the less they have to charge, which actually, promotes growth. It promotes further growth. It promotes you to buy a house. You pay taxes. You do this. You do that. So by getting people to spend money, right? That honestly will benefit them, because if you're renting and you want to buy a house, it's going to be your place, right? It actually betters the economy. Now we're getting into economics and financials and all that other stuff. Again, if you have questions, let me know. But that's basically it. They lowered the rate because the economy is doing so good. It will incentivize buyers to borrow more money to buy another house, or current owners to refinance to get money out, right, at a lower cost. And it just incentivizes the economy to keep going. It incentivizes the economic growth. It incentivizes the unemployment to go down because more jobs become available. I mean, it's a slew of things that kind of tie into this and actually were a part in the decision to make this happen. So bottom line is, listen, if you're renting, look into buying a house. It's really, it doesn't cost you anything to hire someone like myself, a realtor, right? I've been doing this for 4 years. There's people out there that have been doing it for a lot longer than I have that you've never seen because they don't do videos like this, right? But I've been doing this for 4 years. I know what I'm doing, and it doesn't cost you anything whatsoever to buy a house, at least from the standpoint of hiring an agent. Of course, it costs you money to do the down payment. It costs you money to do the escrow, the inspections, and everything like that. But that goes without saying, right? There's always a cost associated with buying a property. But it doesn't cost you anything for me to help you in that process, for me to help you find out if or not you're qualified, if or not you can leave that 1-1 or 2-2 apartment that you've been stuck in because you really cannot get out of it, but you're still paying $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 a month in a rent when you could easily own something for that much or less. So give me a call, 407-308-4518. Shoot me an email. Actually, you can also text that number. You can also shoot me an email, peter@flreagent.com. And if you own a house, do the same thing, and I'll connect you with a good mortgage broker, which, hey, listen, I don't make any money off of that. I'm just a good, hey, listen, here, help this person out. It's all about helping other people out. So I make no money off of that. But I can refer you to a good mortgage broker, and they can look at the options. Maybe it'll be beneficial for you, maybe it won't. But I guarantee you it will, especially if you've had your house for longer than 3 years. I guarantee you'll get a lower rate, no matter what your situation. So if you have questions about this, 407-308-4518. Shoot me a call. Shoot me a text or give me a call. Shoot me an email, peter@flreagent.com. Ask questions. Go talk to a realtor that we trust. And by the way, when choosing a realtor to go buy your house, go back and watch a video that I did. Your realtor sucks and it's your fault. Go back and watch that video because it explains to you some of the things you should be looking for in an agent, in a professional, or at least the way I carry myself as a professional. You should be looking for things that I, exemplify. Now, I'm not blowing my head up or anything like that, but guess what? I do this for a living and I treat it as a business. Not everybody does that. So you want to make sure you pick the right person to help you out. So again, if you have questions about anything I just went over, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, and we'll talk about it. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye.